is. There we go. Hello. My name is Steve Shiger. Welcome to another very special BeerNative beer review. Let's get kicking. I found myself saying, let's get kicking. That's not a phrase. I don't know why I'm combining let's kick it off with let's get going. And somehow my brain implodes and that's what happens. Okay. What are we going to be drinking today? It is awesome. Check it out. Show it to the camera. I just arrived today. The delivery person just rudely chucked it over the fence, but it is Brew for Ukraine, United for Ukraine. You can't even tell who makes it. That's what blows my mind, right? That is very unlike the people who make this beer to do that. I would like to point out this very important note on the side. 100% of the revenues will go directly to those who need it. And here's a bunch of junk that you can't see. There's no branding. There's no logo on this. This is a BrewDog beer. Yeah, that's right. Those BrewDog naysayers out there who may or may not watch my channel. But this is a really cool initiative. Let's take a little bit of a look at like how it all kicked off before we crack it open. We won't spend too much time on it, but United for Ukraine. Here we go. So we have March 11th. This is, by the way, if you're wondering where this is in their support, their help. And they're talking about many have asked what we're doing in response to the appalling events in Ukraine. Have people asked that? People don't generally ask their breweries that. It's a good start. Nevertheless, they decided to, do what we're all thinking, like, how can I help? The entire Russian invasion of Ukraine is a pile of genocidal bullshit. And I myself have been looking for a variety of different ways. How can I help? Who can I give money here? There's this thing where you could get an Airbnb and just pay it, not go, to help certain people. But it felt very localized, and you weren't sure if they could even access their bank accounts. And it's just, what do you do, right? So I love it that BrewDog kind of, for all their past flaws, stepped up and did this thing. Not only do they of course boycott Russia, they don't sell anything to Russia. You can kind of see that there. And they've launched a beer now called United for Ukraine, and they accepted pre-orders for it. Pre-orders started delivery on April 4th. You could see here. You could get one of these, and that's what I got. I have a 12-pack of this stuff. It just arrived. You couldn't get discounts on it. That would be lame if you did that. But that's what they did. If you want to go buy it, you can go buy it. Still, there it is. Go to BrewDog. It's actually a little hard to find, but you'll find it in the buy. United for Ukraine. Grab yourself a 12-pack and add it to your basket and get some, right? That makes total sense. And if you're wondering what charity they do, here, let's check it out. All proceeds go to the Disaster Emergency Committee, Ukraine Humanitarian Appeal. Here it is. You want to give them money? Great. Give them money. Don't like beer? Donate now. Fantastic. And you have given them some money. However, I'm going to double down on this. Revenue, not profit, revenue goes to that appeal, which means if you give them 50 pounds direct, or you give BrewDog 50 pounds and BrewDog gives you some beer, I don't know, maybe I'm being selfish here, but it seems like a pretty obvious thing. I'm going to go give BrewDog a pile of money because they're also going to give me some beer. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't give them 50 pounds, but I like the fact that I was made aware of this appeal via BrewDog, which is cool. So I can just give them money because there's such a thing. I dare say that such a thing as too much beer. But it's just very cool that this is what they're doing. Now, is the beer any good? Now, before I pull this tab, the answer to that question is, who gives a shit? Go buy some of the beer and send some money to the Ukraine. Okay? This can could show up with no beer in it. Doesn't matter. Same thing as clicking donate now on the Disaster Emergency Committee appeal, right? But it is full. All right. So the outcome of this review is moot. Doesn't matter if this beer is crap. But can you imagine? This beer could taste like Budweiser. Still a good deal. So let's pour it. It won't though, right? You know that. It's not going to taste like, and I just spilled a little bit. It's not worth a laptop. There are limits to my generosity, perhaps. But there we go. Bit of haze, bit of light lemon, nice little head on it. Actually, I can smell it already. So recently I did the $5 shake, and this is reminding me a lot of that out of the can. Wow, grapefruit, a little bit of stone fruit, maybe a bit of peach, maybe a bit of peach. Let's just sip it and see. So far, amazing deal. Nothing wrong with this. Wow. I mean, not intentionally, but it's weirdly. Hold on. My brain just interrupted itself. Weirdly similar to the $5 shake, except I would say more peach. Where a $5 shake, it claimed to have a bit of mango in it, and I said it was incredibly light mango, if I remember correctly. This is peachy. Definitely it's coming through. It's not so much on the palate. It's just filling my skull with a lovely peachy kind of aroma with a little bit on the tongue. It's a 5.2%, if I didn't already say that. So there's a little bit more emphasis on the flavors from the hops because of that. But it's very good. I would say it's probably closer to Hazy Jane than a BrewDog Punk if you wanted to, use familiarity as your guide. But it's great. It's a great beer. I'm not disappointed to have 12 of these. And I'm even more not disappointed by the fact that I almost feel bad. I only ordered 12, but the pre-order was limited to 12. I can now go and buy more. And I am helping out this disaster appeal. And this is awesome. So I'm going to give it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on Untapped. What would I give it if I wasn't completely supporting what they're doing? What would I give it? I would probably give it maybe a 4 or a 3.9 kind of thing. Like it looks all right. I'd probably give it a 3.8.9. And I'm debating whether I amp that up on Untapped just so people go, oh wow, 4.5, oh 5 out of 5. And then they buy it because they just love beer and maybe they don't care about Ukraine. I don't know. Why would that be? I don't know. But I don't know. I have to think about that. You'll have to go see it. Check me out on Tap to see what it is I give it, to whether I falsely amplify it in order to benefit the appeal or whether I do accurate. That's irrelevant. The point is, I love the fact that I can take money I would want to give to Ukraine. I can see somebody who has a huge budget in terms of like law firms and vetting and due diligence, and they have chosen this charity. Of all the different options, they've done all this expensive work that I couldn't have done myself. And instead of being lame and giving profit, they're giving revenue. That's everything. So I have not seen another brewery doing anything like it. So, headphones off, hats off to BrewDog for this. And the beer is great. So there we go. Go buy some. There's no excuse not to. I'm going to end this review. And thanks for watching, Graham. I think you should go buy some of this beer. And I'm going to go finish this one and maybe grab another. That's the end of this beer review. Thank you very much. Support Ukraine. This is Steve out.